Hello guys, and welcome to another Carson Mapmaker video. So this is my first video in 2 months. Sorry for not making a video for long, guys. I just took a break. So I'm back again. So I built all these maps all by myself. And they were all from memory. So now this is the showcase of my free maps that I made from memory. So first one will be Polus. It was released on 2019. And they put a trailer for it. And electrical, there was a vent where it said not to get close to the vents. But then one of the imposters tried to sneak out of it. But now this is the showcase of my first map. So the first room I'll go in is a different room. It's going to be the boiler room. So, this room is pretty small, meaning it's a place that you could easily die. And now there's this other room. So, I put a campfire in here just to make a smoking effect. So, yeah. It's not really the best build. And then there's this main O2 room. And I made this simple tree. And then this is the hallway that leads into electrical. I tried to make this the bookshelf. I did the walls as grass blocks. And here's the security cams. So you can easily catch the imposters here. And here's the outside part. And I'm gonna be doing the Among Us vision from now on. And here's storage. And I actually used some of the new copper blocks for the flooring. And there was also some block of raw iron. Doesn't really look normal. And here's the dropship. This is also the map from my first video. That was released in March of this year. And then here's this hole that you can summon Murray from. And you have to sit by the hole for 30 minutes. And then Murray will spawn. And that's also the big rock that you can hide behind in Among Us. And there's this telescope. As you can see, I didn't make it very good. And I also used some new copper blocks also here. And then here's the med bay scanner. It's kind of like the decontamination task. And here's the bathroom. So there was a crewmate hiding in here. And they also added tinted glass. And then here's decontamination, leading into this hallway. And I actually used the tinted glass for the lava. And here's actually the lava. And then here's those, well, tubes for science stuff. I don't really know what they're called. And then here's the hallway. As you can see, there's a satellite here. And here's admin. This is the admin map. I'm just going to go to settings. And then go to controller. And then do this. And then I actually forgot to name this room. This is actually admin. And I replaced these bookshelves with oxidized copper, not the waxed kind. And then here's the office. There's this room where you swipe card, can check vitals, download data, which I forgot to put in, and here's the lava pit. This is what for me it does. But in the game, you would normally just fall into the lava pit and then perish. And if you're a crewmate, you will just stick your hand out without making a thumbs up. But if you're an imposter, you will thumbs up. And here's the main office room where you can call emergency meetings after catching the imposter vent or kill in front of you. And fake a common task. And then here's the exit through office. There's a trail here. And here's weapons. This is normally the computer, but I made it 2 blocks high. And then here's communications. Yeah, I just put the flooring like gray concrete. Nothing really special. And that's the weapon shooter for the asteroids task. And yeah, that's the entire map of Polus. No, I don't really have to go to a different world, but this is the Skeld. So, you know, got the cafeteria. I'm just gonna go into the cafeteria. See, you got these villagers. And they also released a 15th layer update for Among Us. And they made the Among Us guys a little bit perfecter. And you also got new colors like tan, dark cyan, and maroon. I don't know what the other ones are called, but this is the cafeteria. You know, it's the main room for the Skeld. It's kind of like where you get the food. And here's this hallway. And here's medbay. You got the medbay scanner. I actually built all of this before the 1.17 update. And here's the villager that's from England. Farmerville. And this is upper engine. This is a brick. I also built the engine out of bricks. And here's the hallway. Here's security. You check cams here, making it easier to catch the imposter red-handed. And you also divert power here. And here's reactor. This is my reactor design. I know it's a terrible reactor design, but it's my design, okay? And here's lower engine. I actually made it smaller than upper engine, but it's still an engine, okay? You got this engine here. It's smaller because, yeah, they actually weren't the same. They actually weren't the same length by side. But here's this hallway, which leads into electrical. A dangerous room. It's the imposter's natural habitat. Yeah, that's the room. And you actually fix lights if there's a sabotage for the lights. So that's pretty much electrical. And here's storage. You got this empty garbage. You gotta fill the engines. And then here's the admin room. You got this table where you swipe a card and check admin. And then you got this hallway where you go into communications. Yeah, it's a pretty simple room. I also made the middle glass because I just wouldn't want cyan wool for the entire floor. And then here's shield. Over here you fix shield. And outside the spaceship, it's just a void of nothingness in space. Well, there are some stars. And I also used the new lightning rods. And here's navigation. You stabilize steering, download data, and divert power from electrical. And I also used some of the big drip leaves. And I used white wool as the seats. And here's O2. It's a pretty simple room I built. I made the floor gray concrete. And just did this, but actually didn't put the plant in because I didn't really think of putting dirt into the build. So, yeah. And here's weapons. The last room in the Skeld. You got this clear asteroids. I don't really know what to say about it, but that's the entire map. And I'll save and quit the game. And then go to my word that has a really weird name. I can't exactly translate it. It's called TYHDFGYRT. So I'm going to go to that world and show you my MiraHQ. Because MiraHQ isn't really on my other world, where I built Polus and Skeld. But this is the airship grade by me. But I already made a video on it. You can watch it if you want. So yeah, that's the cargo bay. And that's actually the cafeteria for the Skeld. And I also built a lot of stuff. So yeah, this is pretty much my main world. This is where I make all my stuff that I think of building. So I also made a railway. So here's the launch pad. You pretty much start here in every game in MiraHQ. So let's go through this. And then here's the hallway. And then there's this hallway, which leads into med bay. You scan here. You do a task called divert power. And there's also communications. And pretty much the only task is divert power. You can also catch the imposters red-handed with this from them venting. And then here's the locker room. Yeah, I made it pretty small. And I use doors. So yeah. And then here's the reactor. And I did use gilded blackstone. And you fix the reactor here and here. And then go through this hallway. And then you're in laboratory. So yeah, they got some tables. I also put some smoke coming out from here. And then I'll go back through this hallway and then into the cafeteria. And this is the cafeteria. You know, you got the storage room. I'm actually using a zombie skin, so don't worry about my green hand. And here's this chest. I tried to indicate chest as task. And here's another chest. It's supposed to be clear asteroids, but you couldn't really open the chest because there was already a block on top of it. And I'm just gonna And yeah, there was a bug on me. So sorry for stopping my player. There's just a bug on me. And then you have 2 tasks here. And there's also admin here. You have the enter ID code. You have prime shield, and you also have charge course. And then here's greenhouse. And that's the entire map finished. Now I'm also gonna do the Among Us version like my airship map video. And yes, I do have, and an error occurred. That's great. That's my first error in a video. But you know, you got this. And there's a new loading screen. So, here's this. It's Among Us's 3rd birthday, and to celebrate, the 15-player lobby update is out now. This includes 6 brand new colors: tan, gray, banana, rose, maroon, and coral. Mobile controller support. A new kill screen meeting menu that indicates who died between rounds. Clarified that you can change the chat type. Free chat versus quick chat. In the game settings, if you are logged in, can hawk the airship horn if you have stabilized steering task. Various bug fixes. Read the full devlog to see all the changes here. We can't believe our ship has been flying for 3 years already. See what's coming next in our roadmap here. And as always, thanks for playing. So that was just it. I got into the wrong map. So yeah, that's the airship map. I actually got into the wrong map. Sorry. I'll actually go to Polus first. And this video might be longer than normal. And I'll go to the boiler room. And they also changed the crewmate shade. So this is the boiler room. You know, you got a water jug here, some pipe wheels. And then here's this room where you fill the canisters. And there's also these bottles. They could actually be used to fill the canisters. That means they're canisters. And then here's the main O2 room area. And this is actually the test. So you don't want the tree to have any rad. So that was at tree task. And then this hallway leads into electrical. And then here's security. And this is the vent that they said not to go into. But anyway, the imposter did. And then here's security cameras. You have east, central, northeast, south, southwest, and northwest. And then here's the part where you have to fix lights. It's a pretty easy part to die in. And then here's outside. While we're out here, let's go into storage. So you have some boxes here. You fill this. And then you fill these with that. And to fuel the engines so they can go to the airship. But the dropship ends up failing. And then they have to walk to the airship. I'm not really sure. And then here's the dropship. You also do chart course. And then here's the place where you can summon Murray. And then here's laboratory. You also have the medbay scanner like in the Minecraft one that I made. And there's also a vent there. And then here's decontamination. So you have a fixed wiring task in here, but it's really weird. And here's admin. And then here's weapons. And here's communications. We also got this egg here. But now, next up is the Skeld. So it's a pretty simple map. It's actually the first map that was released. So this hallway leads into medbay. So, it's a pretty small room, but it can fit 2 players, like Dummy 1 and me. And then here's upper engine. You got Dummy 6. And you got security. And then reactor. And then this hallway leads to electrical. So yeah, it's just a simple room. And then here's storage. It also leads into admin. And then here's security, communications. And then there's shields. So yeah, I'm almost done with the Skeld. And then here's navigation. And then here's O2. Well, that just went in immediately, like it wanted to kill itself. But now this is the last room. Weapons. So yeah, you can summon Dark by doing the asteroids 3 times. Not 4, just 3. And now the last map. MiraHQ. So it's pretty much the crewmate's home. You still have imposters roaming on it. So here's the cafeteria. And you have Dummy 3 here. And here's the cafeteria, and here's storage, where it has another dummy called Dummy 2. And they actually have closing doors. And then here's office. And then here's admin. Here's greenhouse. I'm just in a rush to complete the video. And here's communications. Here's medbay. And I'm planning on squeezing some Animal Crossing into the video. And if it gets less than 50 minutes, I'll play some Animal Crossing. So here's Reactor. You can also summon Chrono, the Guard of Space, and here's Laboratory. So you can pretty much see it's a laboratory-like room, so I'm just gonna leave. And I'm just gonna wait for this door to open. And then the last room is the launch pad. So if the video gets less than 50 minutes, I'll play some Animal Crossing. And here's the launch pad, which is the last room actually. So I think it's less than 50. So it's now winter themed. So just wait for it to load. So as you can see, that's a wintry island, so that means it's winter themed. And it actually created a snow boy. So if you don't know what a snow boy is, so you practically place 2 snowballs to make a snow boy. And it's a pretty simple concept. What's this? So here's the news. So I tried to name my island an imposter, but I only got to put in an imposer. That's all from me. Bye now. So, you got the basic controls. And you press B to run, and then move in any direction. So yeah, it's a pretty simple game. But it only takes like 2 weeks to beat it. So oh no. It's funny to think that everything about me fell from the sky. Even my voice. So I'm just ending the video here because I'm actually sad that the snow boy melted a little bit. Sorry, I have to talk to my snow boy. He melted a little bit. Oh, sorry. The video might have to end because I'm sad that the snow boy melted a little bit.